the interviewing skills.
The peer assessor training covered basic training for us to be peer assessors. It covered confidence, interviewing techniques, basic the guidelines to interviewing people, health and safety, security.
Peer assessor training covered the aspects of what the peer assessor is required to do, and it covered what supporting people is as well. So it gave us a general background firstly, and then more in depth into what a peer assessor is required to do, really. A good peer assessor anyway.
Well, I thought the best part of the peer assessor training was the fact that it helps you to become more confident in asking people questions, because it's not always that you're quite happy asking questions. It's easy to answer, but it's not also always easy to find out how to ask the questions. And I found that was a very good part of the course.
Well, my favourite part of the training was when we learned how to conduct interviews. This was quite complex, but presented in an easy to understand way. And I found out that this was a professional interview. There are do's and don'ts. You don't ask the person for a date. This is totally unacceptable. That you should wear decent clothes and make all the arrangements in advance so that you arrive at the right time, and let the service user know the time and duration of the visit.
I'll give you an example, one of my experience. Years ago, I trained as a psychiatric nurse, and for a while I worked in a psychiatric hospital as well, and I was treating people. I had the theory, but I had no experience of any of that myself. And now at this stage I sometimes realize how ignorant I was. I suffer from depression now, and I had no idea what people feel like, and I was trying my best and trying to help them, but I think I know a lot more now.
I've made few assessment visits as such to some services. There are few services I went to. I went to about 3 services so far. I've really enjoyed myself basically going to the services, visiting them, talking about their likes and dislikes, their comforts and discomforts, talking about their health and safety, talking about their knowledge of the area, the environment around them. You know, are they aware of all the local amenities, all the shops and everything else? All we're trying to do is trying to give a service a fair deal and a better service. It can be heartbreaking at times where, you know, they feel really poorly, they feel let down, they don't feel like there's people out there listening to them.
Service user acting as a peer assessor will be able to see, when you do the visits, you'll be able to see and ask the questions. You'll have a rapport with the other service users. It won't be directly from high office.
We're out there, you know, we're there, sort of eyes and ears to the ground. We listen to what they have to say. We talk to people, we talk to their management, we talk to their staff. We come back, we make a report on this particular service we've been to. We may be a small group of supporting peer assessors, but we are highly respected.
My favourite part, I think it was just the involvement with a lot of different people who I'd never met before, and I enjoyed TPAS training. I've done other things with TPAS, and it was just a very pleasant experience, the 3 days.
It was a hell of a work. We've actually, both me as a chairman and Michelle as the vice chairman, are now on the core strategy group, which is a great thing, because we can actually pretend, we can actually see what we feel is necessary in supporting people in North East Lincolnshire. The newsletter that we also produce a monthly newsletter with all our tenants in my house that can know what's going on.
I would definitely recommend this training to other people, because I think this particular peer assessor training skills, I reckon all boroughs should actually have such training on board.
Basically, we got a team. I mean, I think we have got about 8 or 9 service users who have been trained, in reviewing and monitoring, contract monitoring, and we also did a specific training on tender evaluation. So we have got a service user trained up in that as well. So we now use their services to help us with all the contract monitoring. We've done quite range of contract monitoring reviews and all over the last 3-4 months, and we have had good success engaging them.
The benefits that, as we foresee of training our service users to be peer assessors is that it will allow us to draw upon their experience and their knowledge and give us a one-to-one service user to service user aspect of what the service is all about, rather than perhaps if we were an interview, we wouldn't maybe gain as much from it as we will through the service user.
One of the benefits of the development plan, I think, is that, well, we have a condensed version of it, which you can see here. The main and most important part of it for me, apart from the focus on the future development of it, is the mission statement that's incorporated in the handout version of the development plan. I'll read it to you if I may. It'll just get my steps on. The mission statement says, the Manchester Core User Group exists to enable all those who receive or have received housing-related support services in the city, regardless of who they are or whatever their needs, to have a say in what services are provided. The most important thing is to directly and constructively influence the policies and practices of commissions. And the only way that we can do that is by being involved at strategy and commissioning level.
I've become something I never thought I would be. I've become a human, useful member of society again. And that brings responsibilities that I didn't envisage at the beginning, but I'm most grateful for it.
If you need a new direction or specialist support to improve service user involvement in your local programme, TPAS Support is the solution.